Okay, welcome to my review of all of the problems that you're going to see in the integer exponent test review. All these are the problems that are located in Schoology on the test review, and these are the ones, actually I'm going to be working all of them so that even though you have the answers while I'm gone, you will also get an example of how to work them. I've also posted the notes in Schoology as well. Question number 1 says, let me get my pen situated. How about we just write these up with nice glue. All right, 2 to the negative third is the same as 1 over 2 to the third, which is 1/8, which is this answer. Question number 2, we're going to stick -3 where we see the A. We're going to stick -3 where we see the B. And that's going to leave us with -3 to the -2 power. And then it's going to also leave us with -3 to the 0 power. This is just 1, so it can go away. That leaves us with 1 over 3 squared, which is 1 over 9. That's this answer. Number 3, we're going to substitute this 2 for that A. We're going to substitute that -2 for that B. 2 to the 0 power times -2 to the -2 power. That just goes away because it's 1. So that leaves us with 1 over -2 squared, which is 1 over 4. Because -2 times -2 is a positive 4. So that leaves us with this answer of 1/4. On number 4, we have 9, x to the 0 power, y to the -8. And then we have z to the -8. This will move up here and make that exponent positive. This will move down here and make that exponent positive. This will go away because that just equals 1, and the 9 will stay in the same place. So that leaves us with 9 z to the 8 over y to the 8. And that answer is this one. Question number 5. -6 times -6 squared. Well, this has a 1 on its exponent, even though it's not there. So basically what that means is you have -6 to the 3rd power, which is -6 times -6 times -6, which is a -200. Let me pause this. -200 and, nope, I'm good, -216, which is that answer. Question number 6. Just got on the wrong page on my notes. All right, I'm back. This is m to the 3rd times y to the 6th times m squared. And so all that means is we're going to add this exponent and that exponent. 3 plus 2 is 5, so that leaves us with m to the 5th times y to the 6th, which is this answer. Moving on to question 7, I have x to the 5th to the -8 power and x to the 4th. Well, this is a power to a power, so now you multiply the exponents instead of adding them. So that leaves us with x to the -40 times x to the 4th. And so now we're back to adding these exponents, which leaves us with x to the -36, which is 1 over x to the 36th power, which is this answer right here. Question 7. Let me pause. Question 8. I need to pause to make sure I am still recording. Hold, please. I am. Okay, and I'm back. So, question number 8 is m squared n to the negative 3 power, all that to the second power, then negative m negative 3 n to the third, and all that to the third power. So all these are powers to powers. So that's going to make that m to the fourth, n to the negative 6, and then this is going to be negative 3 times 3, which is negative 9. We put this in parentheses so we keep our work. 3 times 3 is 9, so that's n to the 9. Now we're back to adding our exponents again. So 4 and negative 9 is m to the negative 5. Negative 6 and 9 is n to the third power. So that means this exponent here has to be moved because we don't have any negative exponents. So that's going to be m to the fifth power. That and this right here, negative sign, followed us all the way through, and so the whole thing is negative. Not forget your negative sign. You can see I almost forgot to carry that down with me. Okay, now we're on question number 9, which is 6 to the 3 over 6. And when we have exponents that are being divided, we just subtract them, and we'll pretend that there's a 1 there. 3 minus 1 is 2, so that leaves us with 6 squared, which is 36. Question 10, y to the 6th, z to the 12th, over yz all to the third power. So when we have all this to the third power, we need to distribute this exponent. So now we're at y to the 6th, z to the 12th. I've done nothing at the top, just recopy. Now I'm at y to the 3, z to the 3. And now that I have those like this, when I subtract these exponents, that's going to leave me with y to the third. And I subtract these exponents, that's going to give me z to the 9th. And so that is this answer. Now we're on question 11. Question 11 is to simplify this and then write your answer in scientific notation. So 8.82 times 10 to the 5th divided by 9 times 10 to the 2nd. So when you divide this right here, you're going to get 0.98. When you subtract those two exponents, you're going to get 3. But this right here is not in scientific notation. Remember, this number right here has to be greater than or equal to 1 or less than 10. So we need to move this decimal over. That's going to make it 9.8, which means we can subtract that one move from that exponent, and this is going to be 10 to the 2nd. So that is going to be this answer right here. All right. Question 12, the area of Australia Oceania is approximately 7.69 times 10 to the 6th square kilometers. Its population is approximately 3.11 times 10 to the 7th people. What is the approximate population density people per square kilometer? So that tells us the order that we're going to divide. People goes on top, and the number that goes with the area of the land goes on the bottom. Okay, and then right here I notice it says to write my answer in standard form, not scientific. And also I'm rounding if I need to the nearest 100. So I'm going to look at the number that has to do with people, and that number is this one right here. People per square kilometer, so that's 3.11 times 10 to the 7th. The number that is relating to the land, 7.69 times 10 to the 6th. When I divide these in my calculator, I'm going to get 0.4044. Then when I subtract this, I'll get times 10 to the 1st. So it says to put my answer in standard form, so all I need to do is just work this out, move my decimal over based on that exponent. So it's 4.044. And it says to round my answer to the nearest hundred. So it's that, 4.04 people per square kilometer. Question 13. 2m to the 8th over m squared n to the 4th. And all of this is to the 4th power. So this exponent gets distributed to everything. That leaves me with 2 to the 4th power. M to the 8 times 4 is 32. Then this 2 times 4 is 8. So that becomes m to the 8th. And then this exponent is a 4, so 4 times 4 is 16. So that becomes n to the 16th. Well, this right here is 16. And then that's just m32. And then this is 32 minus 8, which is 24. Oops, 24. So I need to erase that 32 because that stays on top because it's positive. So that's going to become 24. And then this just stays right where it is. So that leaves me with this answer. All right. Now I'm on question 14. And it is 2 over 4 to the negative 3rd power, which basically just means you flip the fraction and make it to the positive 3rd power, which means we have 4 to the 3rd over 2 to the 3rd, which is 64 over 8, which is 8. And finally, question 15. 2/3 p to the 4th, y to the 3rd, and then y to the 4th, s to the 5th, then 6, d to the 2nd, s to the 3rd. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply this by this. 2/3 times 3. 2/3 times 6 over 1 is going to be 12 over 3, which is 4. That's where I got the 4. And then I'm just going to add my exponents on the same variable. So that's p to the 4th, that's p to the 2nd. So 4 plus 2 is p to the 6th. And then here's a y to the 3rd and a y to the 4th. So that leaves me with y to the 7th. And then I have this 5 from this s and this 3 from that s, which leaves me with s to the 8th. And so my final answer is 4 p to the 6th, y to the 7th, s to the 8th. That is our last question.